Welcome back to Ethereal Aeons Activation. I'm Lesly Damai. I'm a spiritual sovereignty coach and instructor inside the School of Mysticism. It's a private, uncensored community and a modern-day mystery school. All of my links are down below. Today's topic is finding freedom in darkness. This is a very literal translation, and we're going to get very deep and in depth about this. Within this space in front of you, there are waves of energies melding and crashing through like tides. You also have your own energy field melding and morphing into different colors and abstract movements. And all of this is dependent on you, on what you're experiencing internally will reflect your own bioenergetic field. But in the daylight and in beta brainwave states, it's just not as accessible. So your inner eye activates in darkness and in slower brainwave states, which leads me to today's topic, finding liberation in darkness. It's commonly known that people would retreat to caves that are completely dark and deprived of light, to experience enlightenment, to experience expansion and healing, right? They all kind of work hand in hand. And so nowadays, science has proven this as well, and doctors are offering darkness therapy, or you can go to darkness retreats. I've actually seen what these places look like, and it does look like a cave. It has an actual like little sliding chute where they would bring your food in so that even if it's time for you to eat, you don't get any light. If you want to begin to see energy, heal, decrease your need for external stimulation, and increase your psychic abilities, and enter a more mystical realm, all you have to do is at night, seal your room off from any light, including the moon, from entering your space. Turn off all of your devices and lay in darkness comfortably in your bed. And the more relaxed you become, the more the field around you will begin to turn into a dark kaleidoscope. When you're completely immersed in the darkness, you are inside the womb of existence. It's like you're in this void. Think of it as no longer inputting and decoding information from the matrix, like default matrix codes. You're inside of the void. And even if you sleep, it can be difficult to avoid not processing matrix codes and default programming, because a lot of the times when you sleep, you could be inside of another scripted simulated dream. And so this way you're awake, but you're perceiving energy in a completely different level. You're using your inner eye in a space where there is no up and down. Darkness defies duality. When you're immersed in the womb of it, it's like there is no longer up, there is no longer down. It fades out the logical mind, which means goodbye to matrix programming and brainwashing. Because a void envelops, it just envelops everything. It rids you of the objective illusions of this reality. That's when you're going to begin to secrete your DMT, melatonin, and secrete psychedelic chemicals in your body, and you're going to start to see things. So last night, for example, my partner and I were practicing this in bed, and we were able to project our aura visibly. So I would project my aura and he would know what color it was at that moment. And still, even just talking about the aura itself is still pretty superficial to how deep you can really go when you're immersed in the darkness. And so we were just kind of messing around at first, making energy balls. And then we actually saw an orb. I noticed it, and then I was just kind of staring at it, and then he saw it, and I was like, oh man, this is epic. Because usually if you're alone, if you're alone, you at first kind of question things, right? And so you have to understand that when you're inside this field, right, your emotions will affect it very easily, just like your aura is affected by your emotions. So is the field around you. And so you want to remain very much the observer, very neutral. Do not discharge any, unconscious emotion, because it will affect the environment. And when you're drifting in this dark void, you want to allow it to be. You want it to be the way it is. And so there was a couple of times where I think I was having a little bit too much fun, and I did, emit too much of an emotion. And so I was like, man, this is really, really good training for anyone to do alone. But it was great to have a partner to be like, wow, we both saw this orb and it was morphine. And, it was pretty, special thing to experience. So usually when I would experience this, you see even just the black waves crashing in around you, you see it moving, and to have someone with you to witness that as well was really awesome. But if you're alone or you have a partner, it doesn't matter. You need to practice this regularly because there's so much healing that comes from being in that space. And even science now has done research on this, and it treats psychological disorders. It treats so many things, and you just reclaim your ability to see beyond this realm. And it could take you so far into other possibilities and completely crack open your third eye. So take into consideration, do not fluctuate your emotions during these practices. You will inadvertently fluctuate the field, and you don't want to emit any loosh. And so it takes real surrender and no fear to ease your way into it. So just be patient, and you'll begin to embody this more and more in your day-to-day reality as well. You won't need all the external stimulation. So if you're one of those people that constantly needs stimulation, whether it's like your music, your phone, whatever, that's because that's the way this reality is designed to be. It's designed to keep you needing stimulation and consumption. So ultimately you can't delve into these incredible spaces that, are accessible to us. Let me know if you do this already. I recommend doing this as often as you can. It's a phenomenal practice. And yeah, I'm also going to increase doing this myself too. I'm in a space now where it's a lot easier for it to be completely dark. And so my dreams are way more lucid and way more mystical. My psychic abilities have completely just taken off even more. And so again, there's always layers and layers to this. And it's all about reclaiming your divine intelligence. And so please like, share, comment. And if you enjoyed this video and you like to work with me, I have all my links in the description. I'm taking 4 clients this coming quarter for my one-on-one sovereignty coaching. So book a call with me if you are committed and ready to reclaim your divine intelligence and join us inside the School of Mysticism. I upload twice a week, so hit the bell notification to be notified. Love and gratitude, and I will see you soon.